My name is Russell Tovey and I am the voice of Shane the chef. Shane is a single dad. He has a daughter called Izzy. Shane is a chef in a little village called Munchington, and he runs the local restaurant, and every day he has to come up with a special for lunch or dinner, and it's about his relationship with the local community, with his relationship with food, and a big relationship with his daughter.
Pasta? We can make minestrone. Izzy, you're a genius.
Shane, being a single dad, is an inspiring tale, and he's there and he has this incredible relationship and bond with his daughter, and they have moments where they miss his wife, his daughter's mum, and that's covered in the show. And it's very adult and it's very mature and it's a really moving story, tackled stunningly, I think. And I think Shane is a bit of an everyman. Hopefully lots of dads can project onto him, and lots of kids might want their dad to be their Shane the chef. My inspiration for Shane the chef probably, comes from Jamie Oliver. Every time I spoke about this animation, I say to people it's like Jamie Oliver. I think because the accent thing feels easier for me to fall into, but also Jamie Oliver is an inspiring guy, a chef who seems to care. He's someone who's very passionate about what kids are eating and what we are being told is good food and what isn't good food. So I wanted to put a lot of that into him. And I also felt like Shane the chef has a bit of Shane Ritchie about him as well, which is a bit of a showman. He loves the camera, he loves performing. He's got his own YouTube channel in the show. He thinks he's a bit of a presenter. He thinks he's got a bit of pizzazz about him, and I think Shane Ritchie definitely has that about him. I've met them both wonderful men, so they're good people to base a character on.
Okay, we've got a restaurant full of hungry customers, so let's get cooking!
Why I enjoy animation so much is that you are there right at the start of a character's genesis, their development. The voice suddenly becomes the most important thing at my stage of what that character is. So trying to find the mannerisms through your voice is more of a challenge than, say, being seen in the flesh in theatre and film.
Morning, Izzy. Guess what? I've had a great idea for the Shane the Chef channel. A day about town. I show everyone where the freshest ingredients come from.
For me, that's incredibly exciting, and then when it goes on and you get to see your voice in a character, it's brilliant. Growing up, I just was so inspired by animation. I watched cartoons avidly as a kid, and I always wanted to voice cartoons. And I think Robin Williams was a big inspiration for me when he played the genie in Aladdin.
Sizzling saucepans, you're right. Don't move, Sam. I'll be right back.
There is definitely a gap in the market for kids to develop a healthy knowledge of food and nutrition and diet. And this is a celebration of food, basically. And I felt like with Shane, he was such a nice guy, and what he showed to his daughter and what he shows to his local community is that eating healthy and fresh is really exciting and the right thing to do. If kids can watch this animation and come away from it and want to get in the kitchen and want to look in the fridge and want to go to the supermarket and choose things with their parents that they can then all make together, a really exciting opportunity for families to bond with their kids and kids to bond with their parents over food, and how brilliant that will be going forward.
Right. I need something quick, simple and fresh. Tomatoes, onions, yes, chop them up. And bosh, into the pan.
My mum worked really hard and she fed us, but a lot of the time she'd probably be angry with me saying it wasn't good food, and she found a dish that was a speciality and we all liked it, so she made it every day for like a month. So by the time in the end you were like, I can't eat this anymore, she'd be like, just eat it.
So, JG, how's the soup?
Excellent.
My late nan's roast dinner was the best, and I used to go to college next to my nan's house and I got roast dinner every lunchtime. I used to go over there and she used to make me a roast dinner every lunchtime when she was alive. It was amazing. Food was just fuel as a kid, and it's taken me a long time to appreciate good food. And even when you get taken out to expensive restaurants, because being an actor, people like to take you out places, I would eat the food so quick I wouldn't know how to enjoy it. So that's taken years of me unravelling my behaviour with food to suddenly enjoy and know what's good and what isn't.
We've got some tomatoes, fresh off the vine, and peas so fresh they're still in their pods.
It would be the most amazing feeling, and I'm sure for the people that created the show, because a lot of love has gone into it, if families turn around and say, wow, my son really wanted to make minestrone soup. He didn't even know what it was until he saw Shane the Chef. My son wants to grow peas in the garden. My daughter is obsessed with cauliflower now. If it suddenly becomes like food is something that a kid can get inspired by because of Shane the Chef, then we're winning. That's like one of the best things ever.
Yeah, but there is one more thing Super Chef and his trusty apprentice have to do.
What's that?
The washing up.
Aww. Shane the Chef lives by the sea, in his restaurant with Izzy. Baking and grilling, filming in the kitchen. Here he is, Shane the Chef, ready to serve, best to reserve. Here he is, Shane the Chef.
Let's get cooking.